There's a new murder spike in town. Calls itself the Dude. I know you guys love when I do videos on products that aren't available yet or still in development, so I thought I'd make another one. This is a prototype, version 2, that our good friend Sean, W9FFF, otherwise known as Ham Radio Dude, is making. And this is a support. He calls this the POTA Spike, version 2.0. I'm sure the name will be finalized at some point, but if you guys remember back my video that I made when I conquered Galveston Island and got on the leaderboard there, I had this one with me. This is the first version, and I broke it. The ground was really hard, and I had a metal hammer with me and thought it would be a good idea to pound this aluminum spike in the ground, and I screwed up all the threads, and it doesn't go in anymore. Not Sean's fault, totally my fault, but in my wanting to use this, I had another idea for Sean that he has now incorporated in version 2. For the longest time, forever, since I've been on HF anyway, my masts, my telescoping masts, I've always kept in these PVC pipes just because, you know, why not? So here's like a 17-foot whip. I think I got this idea from Mike, W8MSC. I can't confirm that. You might want to fact check that for me, but I think this is his idea. And it keeps your telescoping masts protected. So this original one, this is just PVC pipe and some 3D printed parts and glued all together, and you can't take these apart. And I'm like, well, I told Sean, I'm like, it'd be really cool if we could take the cap off so the spike could just be inside, kind of taking this idea and incorporating it for this. So he made a new version and did it even better than I would think. You now unscrew this cap and the spike is screwed in there. So it's not just flopping around like this one, it's in there. And inside this cap are threads to hold the spike in. So now we have the spike out of the, what are we calling this? The murder spike, I think is what it's on. He's not selling these yet. I know he's got versions of these on, I think, Thingiverse maybe, where you can download the 3D print files and if you want to make this yourself. But now we have the spike out, and on the bottom here, we go ahead and screw this in, and now we have a really cool spike to stick in the ground if you're in an area where you don't have trees to lean a mast in, or whatever the reason is, you need a way to stick your mast up to get it vertical. And this design is so much better than a lot of other designs that I've seen people making, where they'll just have a spike and a little thing that just goes inside there. Well, that's not enough support if you don't have the full length here. So let's show you with my K8MRD signature carbon fiber mast. We take the bottom off. We'll take the top cap off as well. And in order for a mast to really secure well to a mount like this, you've got to have full penetration, okay? You've really got to stick it in there deep. And by doing that, now you have a support here at the base, but you've also got a support way up here to theoretically eliminate or severely limit the possibilities of this breaking. Because if you just had it supported here, when you got a wire on it, you've got a lot of pressure going that way. And by having 2 pressure points in here, you know, it's penetrating that deep, okay? It's like the Ron Jeremy of mast supports right there. So I brought along, this is made for, I think he's kind of making this like dual purpose for his Lil Dude carbon fiber mast, which I don't have, but also my POTA 20. But this should also work with the Soda Beams Carbon 6, which I brought along. And maybe, I don't know if we're gonna have enough penetration, but just maybe, this is the prototype for my gigaparts. I think they're calling it the POTA 33, which, by the way, the POTA 20 is available at Gigaparts right now if you want to buy one. Go buy one. Use my link in the description. And I'll leave links. I'll leave as many links to Ham Radio Dude stuff as I can. So I want to try this out. I bought a rubber mallet, so I will not be using metal hammers with this because this is aluminum. For all you guys over in England, I think you pronounce it aluminium. We say aluminum, but however you want to pronounce it, don't hit this with a metal spike. Maybe make this stainless steel. I don't know. That would add a little bit more weight, but this is, I mean, it's 3D printed parts and some PVC pipe and an aluminum depth spike. So dual purpose, stick your mast in the ground, or in case of a zombie apocalypse, you can stab them in the heart or in the head. And when you're done saving the world, you can get on the air and play ham radio. So I want to put, I've already got my Pactena end-fed half wave for 40 meters already strung up, or one side of it anyway. So I want to stick the spike in the ground and just show you guys what this looks like with 3 different masts. So let's go do that. And of course, today I have nice soft sand. I can just stick this in the ground. We literally just, all the way down, and we can stick a mast on that now. But if we couldn't, if the ground's too hard, unscrew this, pound it in with a soft mallet, and then you can screw the top on. So that's pretty sweet. Now the best way I've found to use this, because I'm kind of new to this whole system, get your mast out, extend it, attach your antenna. You're gonna have your other end of the antenna already up. Then we can go ahead and extend our mast. Then we want to raise our mast so we kind of get, you know, whatever tension you want on it, right? On the wire. Okay, so like right around here is where I want the base or the holder thing. And then we're just gonna cram it in that spot. And we take the bottom off of the mast. Don't lose this, put it somewhere safe. Stick it in your front pocket. It's gotta be your front pocket, can't be your back. And then we commence with full penetration, and there we are. And there we have it, a fully self-supported mast. We've got good tension on our wire. I realize it's probably impossible to see here, but it's yellow, and it's right here, and it's good. It's wonderful. So that's with the POTA 20. What's it do for the Carbon 6? Well, it fits on there just as well. The diameters of the Carbon 6 and the POTA 20 are pretty much identical. Works fantastic. Of course, we're gonna get a little bit more lean out of the Carbon 6, but it is a thinner mast, but still, it is fully self-supporting, a 40 meter end-fed half wave with 26 gauge wire. And now let's see how well it works with my Gigaparts 33-foot mast. Still works. Little bit of a caveat though, if we're gonna do something like this for a larger mast, it's kind of supporting right here. Still does it. I'm not terribly worried, but once we start getting to this just physical height, it's definitely leaning over a bit more. I don't think I'd really worry too much about it breaking. That's based off of nothing really, other than me just sitting here, and this is the second time I've done it. But yeah, it works. And even getting way back, you can see it's leaning over, but it is fully supporting this 10 meter carbon fiber mast. So I am going to call that a great success. Now this really wouldn't be a true K8MRD product review video without a but wait there's more, so here it is. But wait there's more! If we, because we're using linked end-fed half waves, I just took the 40 meter element off. So now I have just a 20 meter vertical. Just like that, 20 and 10 really, but I've got a link for 17. And look at how cool that is. Throw a little coax on there. You're at a campsite, You're wherever, you're at a park for the kids' ball game, whatever, stick that in the ground, and you're playing ham radio while the kids are playing ball. How frickin' cool is that? Now, I have no idea when these will be available, how much they will cost, if and when he'll put these 3D printed STLs up on Thingiverse. But I do know that if you go over to Ham Radio Dude's YouTube channel, it's called Ham Radio Dude, and hit that subscribe button, you'll probably learn more about it when the time comes and when they're available. If he'll ship them internationally. Can you ship a death spike internationally? I don't know. But that is my advice to you, and that is my review of this fine, fine product. Sean, thank you for doing what you do for the amateur radio community and creating solutions to problems for the rest of us little people down here on the ground. Thanks for sending this out. Thanks for listening to the input and putting them into place. The one thing I would still like to see, and I think he's doing it, on the original version, he had a metal insert for where the thing goes in the thing. This one doesn't have it, because I think he was having issues keeping this nice and straight. So I think he told me he was getting some kind of mechanical device to make sure that metal insert goes in here nice and straight. But other than that, that's the review. So thanks for watching Ham Radio Tube. My name is Mike, and we'll see you next time. 73.